Hi, my name is Dustin Tate, and I get the amazing opportunity to not only be an EMS educator, but also a paramedic here at St. Francis County Ambulance District. We wanted to take a few moments out of your day to discuss with you the ambulance growth proposition that you're going to see on the April 7th ballot. Now, before I go any further, I want to stress this point. This proposition is to ensure you and your family's safety. 20 years ago in 2005, you trusted us with a half-cent sales tax, and we're asking you to trust us again. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn about this growth proposition and what we want to do with those funds. So let's take a look. Nearly half of our emergency medical services operations here at St. Francis County Ambulance District are funded by our sales tax. To give you an idea of the growth that has happened at the district, in 2005, St. Francis County Ambulance District ran about 8,500 calls of service a year. At that time, we had 5 crews on during the day and 3 at night. In 2025, we ran over 19,000 calls of service. We had 9 crews on during the day and 5 at night. Our operation expenses nearly quadrupled since 2005. But here's the problem. Our sales tax revenue has only increased by 54% in the past 20 years, from $3.5 million to $5.4 million. Now I know those numbers seem like a lot, but the problem is our operating expenses have increased by nearly 394%. For the past 20 years, we've made it work, but we've hit a ceiling. Let's step in the back of the ambulance and let's show you why. When you call 911 today, you're not only getting a ride to the hospital, you're getting a mobile intensive care unit that's also an emergency room. 20 years ago, a fully stocked ambulance cost about $120,000. Today, an ambulance costs over $500,000. All those years ago, we didn't have this amazing technology, but now it's a standard for the treatment that we provide to you. Let's take a look at some of the individual pieces that we have. The Zoll cardiac monitor allows us to look at patients' cardiac rhythms, provide shocks in the event of cardiac arrest, and monitor all aspects of vital signs. In conjunction with this tool, we have IV pumps on all of our ambulances. This allows us to safely and effectively administer medication to our patients in a controlled manner. The ventilator allows us to give breaths to our patients. Utilizing this device, we can adequately and accurately give the correct amount of air to every patient we encounter. Using video laryngoscopy, this allows our crews to more accurately place a breathing tube into a patient's airway. This drastically increases survival outcomes for all of our patients. "20 years ago, the technology you see behind me wasn't available, and today it's a standard. But the cost of this equipment is only increasing. The cost to maintenance it, make sure it's in operational use, is increasing. Our fuel costs, our maintenance cost, everything's increasing. This is just only one small aspect of what we do here at St. Francis County. In conjunction with our emergency 911 calls, we also do patient transfers. This is where we take one of our members of our community from our local hospitals to a regional specialty center. They could be experiencing a stroke, heart attack, OB-related emergency, traumatic event, and they need to get to those special services in St. Louis. At any time, we have 2 trucks out of the county on these transfers. At night, sometimes that only leaves 3 ambulances covering those 455 square miles we talked about earlier. It's critical that we maintain a good status inside our county with our ambulances to ensure that when an emergency strikes, we're able and we're prepared to respond. I promise, we're not trying to scare you. We want you to understand why we're coming to you at this time. Let's take a look at the map. St. Francis County is 455 square miles. We have stations located in Farmington, 2 in Park Hills, 1 in Bonne Terre, and 1 in Bismarck. For our friends that live in those communities, an ambulance can be to you in 5 to 10 minutes. For those that live in more of our rural areas, it could be upwards of 25 minutes before our crews can get to you. Minutes matter. Distance matters. You matter. We want to be able to provide excellent services to you. We know that for every minute that goes by a patient experiencing a heart attack, a stroke, or cardiac arrest, that minute can be life-altering. We want to be able to provide you with the best care possible, and that's why we're here today. Our current sales tax is at a half cent. Well, what does that mean? That means that for every dollar you spend, a half of a cent comes to us at the ambulance district. Well, what are we asking for? We're asking to move that from a half cent to a whole cent. Well, what's that going to be able to provide to you? Well, it's a lot of things. It's going to allow us to put satellite stations throughout our county. It's going to allow us to put extra crews on duty at any time to provide you and your loved ones the best care possible. It's going to give us the opportunity to look into bringing blood and other advanced technologies to our ambulances. It's going to allow us to provide community awareness programs. All of these things are centered on you and your loved ones. You're our community. You're our people. We want to better take care of you, and that's why we're asking for this proposition. For nearly half a century, St. Francis County Ambulance District has lived up to our motto, a partner in your community. We've been there at the worst times, we've been there at the best times. We celebrated championships and hometown games, we celebrated homecomings, we've been there for the community. Guys, we hope that this video has answered some of your questions about the growth proposition, but we want to stress this point. You deserve better, and we want to be able to provide better. We thank you for all the help you've given us over the years, and we look forward to working with you in the future. From all of us here at St. Francis County Ambulance District, thank you.
Faster help.
Better care. Your community.